the past couple of weeks, we have seen President Obama, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, Michelle Obama all coming to our state to help Anthony Brown's campaign.
That's right. And could all the attention mean that Democrats are concerned about an upset? Well, Republican Larry Hogan thinks so. ABC 2's Christian Schaefer caught up with him tonight. Chris?
Jamie and Kelly, Maryland is one of the bluest states in the country, but Larry Hogan is confident tonight. He told me he is already thinking about putting together a transition team starting on Wednesday.
In an attempt to leave no hand unshaken, Larry Hogan met voters this evening as they got off the MARC train in Elk Ridge. We asked the Republican candidate for governor about another proposed train, the Red Line, which would run east to west through and under Baltimore City. The MTA hopes to start building it next year. If Hogan wins tomorrow, that timetable will be pushed back significantly.
At some point we should build it, but we've got to get our economy turned around first, because right now they've drained $1 billion out of the Transportation Trust Fund and haven't really done much to fix any of the roads in the state for the past 8 years.
Earlier, Hogan made stops in Baltimore, including at Jimmy's in Fells Point.
Can we wash some dishes or something?
Sure.
He admits he's been watching the polls, and he says what he's seen has given him and his campaign confidence that Maryland voters might send him to the governor's office.
In the past week, there have been 2 polls. One has us up by 3, one has us up by 5. This morning, Real Clear Politics switched this to a toss-up race.
It would be a monumental upset in a state where Democrats outnumber Republicans 2-1. Democrats have said if Hogan wins, he might try to overturn the Maryland Firearms Safety Act, which passed last year, banning the sale of certain rifles and large magazines. It also requires people who buy handguns to be fingerprinted and get a license. Tonight, Hogan said if he is elected, he would not try to roll back that law.
We have no desire to change it, and it wouldn't change, and it's not going to change.
Now, the State Board of Elections has already released preliminary results from the early voting period, and on the surface, it looks good for Lieutenant Governor Anthony Brown. About 276,000 people voted early in Maryland, and about 189,000 of them, more than 2/3, were Democrats. Of course, at this point, we don't know which candidate those voters, Democratic or Republican, voted for. Live in the newsroom, Christian Schaefer, ABC 2 News.
All right, thanks, Chris. ABC 2 News is your place for all the election coverage. We have crews covering all the major races tomorrow night, so watch us on air and online. You can find it all at abc2news.com/election.